All right. Let's start the live. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. Hopefully there's a message along the way. Send your telepathic questions in my way. All right. Oh my God, this table gives me such a hard time. All right. All right, we got Virgo, Neptune, and 6th house. Why do I feel like somebody's drunk? Pisces energy. Oh, God. Hiding, drunk. Hiding, texting you, wanting to call you. That's double Hermit energy. 6th house is also Virgo. So double Hermit and Neptune, that is not good. You know those people that sit at home and like they're like heavily addicted to things and they just use and use and use and the most ridiculous things come out and they just delusionally think about things, and like it's drugs and alcohol are not the best ingredients sometimes for a hermit. Okay, I'm getting somebody, I don't know, I think somebody's a little fucked up around you. Oh my God, we already have an inappropriate message. What do you know? Oh. Show my armpits. That's a new one. Show my armpits? I'm studying these ones for some reason. Yeah, see, somebody needs to be taking care of themselves, and they're putting a little too much effort into you. I think you've got yourself an obsessed fan. Mushroom on the bottom in reverse. Oh, God. And cup of tea in reverse. And like these ones I'm not, I don't want to take in reverse, but then we have rosemary in reverse. And that's remembrance, loyalty. Okay, so you have an ex thinking about you hard. I just heard Joe Rogan, hard. Okay. This person is very anxious and fed up. But I feel like they can't do anything. Whatever they're so anxious about, it's like somebody just needs to turn the TV off or the cell phone off or, you know, paint, draw, fucking have a nap, have a shower, do anything, cook, eat, okay, smoke some weed. Yeah, if you smoke some weed, I bet you this person will just go to sleep. Their anxiety is so bad. Okay, mushrooms in reverse. They're recycling something over and over and over again. So they're like going over something in their head over and over. And they're like trying to break it down. And they're trying to figure out like if they can, I think if they can blame some stuff on you, then they will, right? You got to love those people, right? And in the midst of you acknowledging what they've done wrong, suddenly it's going to be your fault, right? Always going to be your fault. And they need to get over this. Pine tree in reverse, vitality, longevity, perseverance. That was so weird. I collected a pine cone the other day. What up, Danny? Oh my God. You want to know my luck? So when I'm on the road and traveling, I tend to just like pee on the side of the road. I do not like travel bathrooms. I would rather piss on the side of the road. And I did multiple times. Once we got stuck in traffic, I pissed on the side of the road in between the doors. I don't care. Anyways. So I go to this like, kind of like tourist attraction, whatever. Of course, everybody needs to use the bathroom. And I'm like, actually, the bathrooms were really nice in this place, but I couldn't wait. I was like, dude, I'm not waiting. Let's just get in the car. We'll pull down the side of the road and I'll just pee somewhere on a dirt road. And so we get to a dirt road and of course I'm peeing in between the doors because we have like suicide doors that open and then you can kind of sit in the middle of them. And there's just, I look up and I see this trail in front of me. And I was like, oh, hey, look, there's a trail right in front of me. And then an old man just came out of nowhere. We were in the middle of nowhere. Okay. The houses were on the other side. I don't know where this trail came from. And then not only did the trail come out of nowhere, but like, why was there a man on it all of a sudden? So I'm trying to pee as fast as possible because he's just about to like hit where the door is no longer, guarding me. And I can pee fast, man. Oh, can I pee fast? I yanked her up and sat down as the gentleman just walked past. I was like, lovely day. I turned around and I was like, what the fuck? Like, how is that possible? I just wanted to take a pee in peace. It's a field. What the fuck? Okay, so I don't know if you have a peeping Tom. These are all in reverse. I don't know if you have a peeping Tom and somebody who's fucking watching you, okay? But let me tell you, I marked that occasion by taking a pine cone with me because all right, I'm going to take something. Like, because that's the universe telling me, like, oh, you think you can hide your pee? Well, you can't, little one. Oh my God, it's like the trees were talking to me. I'm just this tiny little thing amongst all these trees, and then this old man comes out of nowhere. He looked like Santa Claus. He had all white hair, white beard, little puffy, stomach, just walking along like Tim Allen in the first Santa Claus. Like, that's exactly what he looked like. Oh my God, talk about timing. Okay, so there, I don't know, you might have like double hermit is kind of peeping Tom to me. Kind of somebody that wants to stay in the shadows, drunk. Delusional, in the shadows, just creeping your ass. And then look at this. We have the autumn card, which we are in autumn right now. Okay. And it says bounty and balance. And of course it was in reverse. Leaves is in reverse. It's all in reverse. Somebody clearly is watching you right now, like in this time of year. We're very much in fall, and we're not going to be in winter until like almost the end of December like 21st or something. So this is happening right now. Okay, so if I'm not getting any stranger danger warning or anything like that. Like they're going to come popping out of the bushes and like try to fuck with you. I don't feel that, but I feel like if you have an ex and you're feeling them, like they keep coming to your head or something, like in the middle of the day, times where you're not thinking about them. Okay, honestly, like these are times where you're in your life and then they'll just pop up. All right, that's the person that's thinking about you, because they obviously have some type of telepathic bond with you. You've most likely slept with them, right? And like as soon as you sleep with somebody, right, that connection opens up a bond. Okay, and then you'll be able to hear each other's thoughts. All right, and whether or not you're consciously aware of it, if you strayed away from this person and you didn't really know why you did it, because it seemed like they were perfect, they seemed like it was the one for you, they were talking shit about you. Whether they were talking shit in their head, whether they were talking shit to other people, they didn't have your back. Okay. But they didn't tell you that they didn't have your back. You would have thought they liked you, but then your body would have slowly started telling you, like, okay, back away from this person, leave this person alone. Possibly you yourself, hermit, go home, stay home. Okay. Get a little introverted. Don't, ask this person to come over. Like, you might have started to kind of get signs. And then the more that you detached from them, right, the more they kind of thought you were going to chase after them. And these become our greatest stalkers, is the ones that think that they can be chased. So they try to do things that get you to like them, and then they'll start to pull away, right? So then you go running after them. So now it becomes some type of trauma experience, not a relationship, a traumatic experience, because that's what these people are used to. They don't know relationships. They're not in relationships because they truly love. They're in relationships because that person is attractive. Okay, obviously. They get along, right? But they're trauma bonded. It obviously, the relationship started either as third-party interference, as a one-night stand, as a drunken mistake. Okay, we notice that a lot of relationships that start in the bar scene, when you're drunk, you meet each other at the bar, it's a one-night stand that continues for a few years. It can, a few months, few years, whatever you want to give it, however much you want to drink and entertain it, that relationship will be open. Is it a healthy one? No. Is it a loving one? No. But is it a drama-packed, traumatic experience that people tend to grab a hold of people and cling to them, as opposed to stand beside them and continue to walk with them? You can tell the difference of relationship, and the difference of relationship that you've been in. Okay, the different ones that you've had over the years, right? Different experiences you've had with people. Obviously, you know that there's something that changed about your dating, okay? And it didn't involve this person. This person was still trauma dating. This person was still, why aren't they calling me at 2 a.m? I'm drunk and I need them right now and I'm freaking out, and they should be getting into their car and coming over to my house and helping me right now. But it's like, people will stay, if you're becoming grounded and stable, people who call you at 2 and 3 a.m. now become your worst enemy, because they're going to wake you up and piss you off, because now you're in your sleep and you need that sleep. Okay. But they're going to trauma you again. They're going to wake you up. They're going to, get you, oh my God, frazzled in the middle of the night, trying to come and get them and save them. Okay. Again, people, a lot of women, they want to be saved, and a lot of men want to be chased. Okay, 2 very traumatic bonding relationship attachments. Those are not, come and love me. I've got this space for you. It's, come and love me because I'm about to die, because I'm being really dramatic right now and I don't have anybody else, right? So whoever this person was, you obviously changed, okay? And this person hasn't. This person still thinks you're going to call them at 2 a.m, or you're going to drunk dial them. I just heard. Okay. I did hear the other day, somebody wants you to almost like lose your house or something, or like go into a traumatic state. So then you'll need them. So then you go to them, right? For help, for shelter. Because now, if they couldn't help you before and you were helping them, they didn't want to take the help from you, right? Because you might do something to their masculinity and their pride. Okay, so now they seem like they're in a better position. Now they want you to be the damsel in distress, to call them, and then they can come and save the day. Okay? Now, as a person with free will, as you are, you can choose to do whatever you want to do. You want to wake up in the morning and have, look at that, fucking mortar and pestle in reverse again. Subtlety. No subtlety in this person whatsoever. They really, I don't know if they're preying on your demise for the universe to take everything away from you again, so then you'll have nowhere to go. That's how kind of like pathetic this person is, that the only way that you will talk to them is if they're the last person on earth and you have nowhere to go. So they're hoping that they're going to be the last person on earth and that you have nowhere to go to get you back. Like, doesn't that sound like the greatest love story in the world? Said Satan. Okay, what is this, Beauty and the Beast? Fall in love with your captor? What is this? What is that? That's some type of fucked up disease, falling in love with your captor. Honestly, they say those Disney movies, like Cinderella, Snow White, Beauty, and I think Pocahontas. I don't know. I'm talking like the original Walt Disney movies. They all demonstrate a disorder. It's weird. It's weird. I watched this show on it, and it said which disorder everybody was, and it made so much sense. I'm like, man, we were learning about disabilities even when we couldn't even know what a disability was. Okay, like, wow. So I don't know, man. Don't get fucking all attachy to your stalker. Okay, kind of like, don't do that. All right, don't do that. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday night out there. How are y'all doing? I'm having a fantastic day, by the way, if you wanted to know how I was doing. Other than a very minor setback with my back, I feel incredible. This is 18 plus. This is marijuana. Calm down. All right. Let us pull the next message. Yeah, you're that kind of person that's just going to pee right in front of somebody too. Honestly, you know how many times that's happened to me? I'll be like starting to pee and then go, oh, look at that. A trail's right there. And then suddenly just a couple of people on their bikes like, oh, hey, how's it going? Test. I don't know how many people have to see me pee in this world, but squat and pee is my life. Honestly, this is all for you guys. You want to know if you got a stalker? Guess what? You do. All right. Now this seems like somebody is hungry for you. Hungry. Break me off a piece of that. All right. Warrior twins. All right. Okay. Got a little bit of a situation going on here. Okay, so seems like there's somebody very attracted to your warrior skills. Now, I don't know if you do like UFC or some type of karate or some shit like that, all right? Maybe you're a cop. I don't know. But somebody is digging it. Okay? Somebody is digging it. Now, kind of makes it seem like this person feels maybe they are really badass. Like this would be, you know, a guy and a girl who like work out together. Okay? Just one. Or a couple who goes gun shooting together. Or I don't know, goes and races cars together. Like, name something that a chick would do that's badass that a dude would do as well. Because there's not a lot of activities that girls and guys do. Like, there's a lot of activities that girls and guys do. But, like, how many activities are there out there that boys and girls don't really do? It's more prominent on one side or the other. That's what I'm saying, okay? Like, not everybody, you know, likes to joust. There we go. Okay, really fucking weird. Usually dudes do that kind of shit. Okay, maybe you do. Maybe you're like, ha, I'll joust you. And they're like, what? Okay, crazy, right? I know. Okay, calm down. This could be the one for you. Okay, look at that on the top of the deck. Poltergeist. I was contemplating watching this movie, and I'm probably going to do it tonight because I haven't seen it for a while. I haven't seen no Little Carol Ann. I haven't watched her for a while, so I think I want to watch the TV people tonight. Okay, so maybe they're watching you on TV. I don't fucking know. Okay, maybe you're got like, and I just started hearing the cop song, Bad Boys, what you gonna do? What you got? Like, I don't know. Are you in the army? Maybe you're in the army. I don't know. This person might be in the army as well. I don't know. It's something like that, okay? Now, from the looks of it, you're both going to, I don't know if you're both going to end up being at the same boarding house or something like that. Like maybe you're going into the army and you're going to meet somebody smoking hot. Smoking hot. Okay, definitely the one for you. Like you're twins, okay? If you've got a smoking hot body, guess what? They've got a smoking hot body, okay? If you got a nice right hook, guess what? They got a nice right hook, okay? There's like a weird thing that's going to happen, okay? Like a weird, mirror. And Spirit, okay, this is weird. Look at this. I have this giant knife just sitting here. Well, it's not giant. It's just my regular, like, chopping knife from the kitchen. But for some reason, I was eating a cabbage roll. You know that goddamn cabbage is a bitch to break up sometimes. So I was like cutting it with this knife. And then I forgot to put it back in the kitchen. I was finished. And they were like, leave it there. Okay. And look, Spirit does this shit to me all the time. Look it. She's got a giant ass knife in her hand. And I'm not, you know, I could have pulled any card, but look at how shocked she is. Okay, she's a little shocked. Okay, and that's this little coincidence right here. Because I was gonna put it in the kitchen like 3 times, and Spirit kept going, no. And then I couldn't fit it in my hands because I had so many things I had to bring into the kitchen this one time. And so I couldn't put it in my hands. So it was still on my fucking little desk here. So whatever. There's your sign, okay? There's your sign. Maybe, again, you know how to carve. Maybe you carve. Maybe you make sculptures. That's a cool one. Maybe woodwork. Maybe you're a carpenter. Little Jesus style in there. All right, something like that. You're both doing something. And this person has been hungry, okay, that has the same skills that they do. All right. You know how annoying it would be if you were in the army and you like were fascinated with guns and all this shit and like you liked all this like outdoor stuff, and then all of a sudden, you know, you keep hooking up with these like indoor girls that like want to go shopping all the time and don't want to get their nail. Like, see those nails on people? God damn. They're like this long, okay? What the fuck just happened? All right, like that's obviously not going to jam with somebody who wants to spend 3/4 of their summer in, you know, the woods. All right, how's she going to get her nails done? Yeah, right, that ain't going to fly. She wants a fucking 5-star hotel, bitch. She ain't going to the mountains. Okay, so it's like this person wants to be friends with you. That's the main thing. Okay. And like, honestly, if you're not friends with the people that you're dating, why are you dating them? And that's the thing. That's the superficial shit, right? You're only dating them because they're good looking, but there's nothing else there. Like if you don't have anything in common, that's going to be like the worst relationship of your life. That's going to be the most superficial, lusty, 5-second relationship, quick burnout. You're going to fight all the time and break up. So then you make up. So then you have good sex again because you have nothing in common. I mean, we're over those types of relationships now. Okay, those types of relationships are for the level before where you're at right now. Okay, that's why you can't just settle for some fucking sloppy bar second at fucking 2:30 in the morning, because that's not even good enough anymore. Okay, so like standards have been risen. Right. And that's where when you hire your standards like that, then you get the camping buff like you are. Then you get the karate, you know, master like you are. It's something like that, right? Because you waited and you didn't just, you know, God probably tested you a million times. They probably put all these little fucking, you know, chicken heads in front of you and limp dicks in front of you, you know, to try to get you to take something because they wanted you to stay in that level on that ground floor, you know, like, you know, beggar is a chooser, right? Like you're just basically picking up everybody's sloppy seconds. Once you get past that, I mean, the people that you're hooking up with now, you know, probably haven't had sex for a while. Okay. Let's be real, because they're not having sex every week with some random person at a bar anymore, or some, you know, limp dick that they don't even like. Okay. Or some pussyfoot bitch. Okay. Who just had her asshole bleached. Okay, like it's just, it seems like you obviously leveled up. Okay, and now you get the grown-ups, right? Yay, grown-ups. Okay, people who are emotionally mature. Okay, who don't get violently awkward every weekend and try to fight you or hit you or then just stop talking about you. You know, drama-free relationships. Surprisingly, we can get there. Okay. So there definitely was something that was trying to keep you from it. Again, okay, with the 7-day curse. That's why 7-day curses, they don't last, right? It's the in and out short relationships. Again, maybe you went down the block a couple times with some people from your past because you thought, well, hey, I dated you when I was 17. You're still good looking. You know, let's try again. No, they're still where you were at when you were 17, right? You could have went down memory lane thinking that maybe that was the right way to go, because, I mean, who wants to hook up with strangers? Strangers are stranger danger. Like, you don't know if somebody's got some weird fetish room in their house. What movie is that? I mean, not only is it Disturbia with the secret room, but there's also this other movie that or like show or something that I watched. And she suddenly saw this glowing light, like under the wall. And she was like, what the fuck? Glowing light? Yeah, because there's somebody she was dating. She opened up the door and it's just like this whole like weird sex room. No, it's not that movie. I've never seen that movie. But obviously it's, I mean, people went crazy over that movie, so I didn't watch it. I'll do that. I'll say fuck the box office and just watch it like 20 years later to see what all the fuss was about. But I remember bitches going crazy over that book, right? It was a book and then they turned it to a movie. Oh, is that what that whole 50 Shades of Grey is? I was like, what the fuck? What is this shit? I don't know what you ladies are watching these days. It's some type of like very interesting porno for ladies, right? What? It's not interesting or sexy? Well, what the fuck was everybody getting so wet from? Like, my God. Oh, see, that's why I didn't waste my time with it. So many women were like, oh my God, you didn't read that book. Oh my God, it's like on my nightstand. Oh my God. And I was like, I don't read, for one. I don't read. You'll never catch me reading anything unless it's a wicked short story with like pictures in it and big words. I don't read. It's just, I just don't want to. I'm channeling. I'm talking too much up here. I can't read. So, and you know what? I was gonna read it. But like then I was like, just watch porn. And I'm like, why would I spend my time having to read a book when I can just, if I really want porn, hello, Pornhub, it will put a nasty virus in your phone. Okay. Obviously a book. Look at book is right here at the Babadook. Oh my God, Danny. Now we're on to something. See? Lusty fucking bitches. 50 Shades of fucking Grey. All up in this. That's what Collective does not want anymore. Okay, honestly. Oh man, I watched this this quick little like meme thing came up or whatever, and this lady was filming her third husband. And she writes on the top. It's this like young guy like cooking without his shirt on and shit. And she's like, third husband, cook, like 13 years younger, cooks with his shirt off. Ladies. And I'm like, yes, treat yourself the way you need to be treated. You know what I mean? And if you got to go, like, I wouldn't, you know, like there is a cradle robbing age, I believe. And I would say like 13 years. I don't think I would go much younger than that. Okay. That's just for principle purposes. But like, honestly, something is going on here. Okay. So clearly, maybe you're going to be married a third time if you've already been married twice. I don't know. Maybe this person that you're going to meet is younger than you. All right. Or like super buff or something, or like around the house like with his shirt off and you're like, okay, I can do this all day long. Thank you. A little eye candy. We do have Candyman here. Maybe. And you know what? If you have been subjected to dating ugly people, okay, or like only ugly people, sorry. I mean, I say that loosely because like, I don't mean to say ugly as in like, you know, but people you don't find attractive and you're like, okay, the last person that hit on my sister was like 25 years older than her, dressed in all Mossport gear. Like, is that it? Was that Prince Charming? Because like, please, if I missed it, let me know. Okay, something like that. Like just not your cup of tea anytime, you know, like, but the universe was like, but here, you know, here's a person, like beggars can't be choosers. You said you wanted a girlfriend. Well, here's one. And it's like, you know, I know you, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's been so long that you think like you're picky or something like that, but like, don't give up because it's not, having standards is not being picky. Okay. If physically you get sick at looking at the person, then no, the universe doesn't want you with them. Okay. The thing is that there's serendipity and then there's just people that you meet along the way that let you know that you still got it. All right. You still got it going on. Somebody still finds you foxy. Okay. Somebody still like this bishop, church, priest, man. All right. I talked to him about his car for like 5 minutes. Next day he comes in, he writes me this big, like, tell me, he's like 20, at least 20 years older than me, writes this long letter. It was the cutest thing in the world. Writes this long letter about how much he enjoyed our conversation. And if I ever needed anything to call him, wrote his number down and then wrote his name, Bentley. And I was like, okay, I mean, that is adorable. Like, no, I'm not attracted to him whatsoever. I wish I was. Sometimes, again, you can just have a nice conversation with somebody who's having such a shitty day, because he was having an awful day and so many things were going wrong for him. And he's like the pastor of a church, you know, he just looks out for everybody and he was not getting, you know, looked out for that day. So I, you know, just lended him a friendly shoulder to talk to. And sometimes that means more to people than anything. Like he it's not like he said to himself, I've got a shot with her. He said to himself, she talked to me, I'm going to go for it. Right? Because I mean, what do you have to lose? That's the funny thing. I've been homeless. I've given up all my stuff. I've had less than, a bag of stuff as the stuff that I own. And honestly, where was I going with that? There was like a really, really nice thing I was going to say with what little stuff I had. And I heard it from Spirit. I thought it was so nice. And I was like, see, you can have like less than nothing. Anyways, I don't know where I was going, but like, I don't know, maybe just, I don't know. Maybe Spirit will finish that conversation by the end of the reading. I don't know. They were going somewhere with that. Okay. But anyways, maybe, okay, this person who is, I don't know, going to find you foxy. Okay. Is coming around because now you're ready. Like the universe has let you know through various people, oh yeah, what do you have to lose? If I've had nothing and still shot my shot, because at the end of the day, even with a bag of clothes, if I were to lose that bag of clothes, I still basically have nothing. So I don't really have anything to lose. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio at the beginning of Titanic. When you got nothing to lose. Okay? And oh my gosh, I just heard my boom, Mr. Boombastic, drop a connection. Because it goes boom when it drops a connection. I just heard that in my head. So I feel like somebody, it's like they're losing old connections and making new ones. And to have standards and to shoot your shot, I mean, even if you have $1 million, who cares? Okay. With a person, like say you have a client that you really like. Okay. Like, especially this one lady that I knew, she was a masseur. So she massaged a lot of guys. And I always like kind of thought to myself, like, you gonna pull an old Phoebe Buffet there and like look under the look under the blanket when they're snoring, right? Like, I mean, and then what if you find something you really like under the blanket? Like, then what do you do? Okay. Like there are these chances in life where, yeah, you could, because of what you do, get lined up with a whole bunch of people, but it doesn't mean that those people, one of them was Mr. Right that you just didn't, look at the time. Like you rejected them for a reason. Okay. Or you went like, oh my gosh, what is that? The Office, where Daryl is meeting this. He's dating this like young chick who starts working in the warehouse, and Daryl breaks up with her, and then she kind of starts to feel better about herself, and then Kevin asks her out, and she goes to the camera. I was really starting to feel good about myself, and then Kevin asked me out. Kevin, overweight, obese Kevin, right? Again, just letting you know you still got it going on, even though Daryl doesn't want to date you. Okay. So there's definitely something like kind of cool going on with this reading. Okay. And it kind of seems like you're going to have a lot in common with somebody. That's what I'm getting. And you've passed a lot of tests. Okay. With Pan's Labyrinth, like you've passed a lot of tests. Okay. Family tests. Like, are you gonna throw it down when you need to? Right? Yup. Okay. Are you gonna run away like a little bitch when times get tough? Nope. Okay. And then the friendship will kind of bond it together, right? Because at first, when you meet this person, you might not be able to like ask them out, again, like the client, right? Maybe you're going to be kind of scared to ask them out. Unconditional love, falling in love, like, because you think to yourself, well, they're my client. Like, what am I supposed to do? But then also say to yourself, okay, yes, they're your client, but you have other clients. So if you really like that client, oh my God, perfect. Fucking look at how perfect this is on the bottom of the deck, people. Look at House of Cards. All right, Hand of Cards, sorry. This is about taking a risk. Okay, gambling, taking a risk, throwing the dice. Okay, and shooting your shot. Okay, because again, like, I mean, just because they ask you out, like, maybe it'll be awkward. And if it is awkward, then, you know, don't go back again. Or, like, wait for a little bit. Like, hey, the dude there asked me out. I don't really want to go back, but I'm going to give it a little time. Okay. Or somebody does ask you out, and then if it works out anyways, you're going to lose them as a client no matter what. So, I mean, really, if you think about it in hindsight, they can't be your client forever regardless. Okay? So if you don't shoot your shot, then you might lose it anyways. Okay? Because nothing lasts forever. And with the boat in reverse, moving on, closure issues, progression, receiving what you need. Like, it kind of seems like they don't want to take the risk, you know? Seduction in reverse. Like, they don't want to do it. But yet they do, you know? So I think it definitely kind of seems like, I don't know, again, like, this could be like maybe your new personal trainer at the gym or something, okay? They might wait a few sessions before they ask you out, but I think it's one of those things that it's not going to take them long. It's like, whoever you guys are, like, I mean, somebody has done a shit ton of shadow work. This is obviously with Pan's Labyrinth. Like, you got tested. Okay, like the skeletons in your closet danced around your bedroom. Okay, went on television, told everybody everything. There is nothing more to hide. Okay, that's where your tests. Like, maybe this person, okay, whoever this person is, maybe they're used to dealing with liars. Okay, narcissists, sociopaths that will lie straight to your face as if it's nothing, okay, and then tell you that they love you, okay, like crazy, right? Maybe this person, I don't know, has dealt with their fair share of like crazy people, okay? But whatever this is, it's kind of faded, okay? And I don't know, it could take 7 days. It could be, or like 7 sessions, or I don't know, a week. Like, you might see them, and then a week later, maybe you have your second appointment or your third appointment or something like that. It seems like it takes them about a week to ask you out after the meeting. Okay. Because you're on the same side. That's really all that spirit can say, is like, you're on the same side. So you fight for the same things. You're on the same level. Intellectually, you can stimulate each other and have the same kind of, you know, adult conversations. You're both adults. Okay. But I know, and I know, like, use the word adult loosely, because there are plenty of people in their adult years that act like children. Okay. Literally. Somebody has recently gotten hurt. Okay. So they're a little skeptical. All right. They might have had their whole life kind of burned down on them from one person. Okay. So they're a little skeptical, but I don't think they're going to be able to hold back, right? Losing the client or not, it doesn't seem like they're going to want to hold back. I mean, to do that to yourself is like torture, right? If you want to torture yourself, then don't go for the things that attract you. But if you really love yourself, then any chance is worth taking at this point in time. You know, like, you're not going to lose your house. As long as you don't lose your house, your financial state, all this shit, okay? I don't think this one person is going to make a difference, especially if you've never done that before, okay? It's one thing to, you know, if you live in a small town, to get known as a person who asks out all their clients. Don't get a name for yourself. But if this is something that you've like never done before, then there's a reason, right? Because you weren't supposed to get a name or get, oh, this is what they're known for, for doing this kind of shit. No, it's nothing like that. If anything, whoever this person is, whoever this business owner is, or whoever the client is, or whoever is in, okay, their stance, whoever the boss is, okay, does not make moves like this. You've got to understand, this is not something that they would do ever, which kind of makes it seem like it's not going to, like if you two are working together in some sort, okay, they're not going to ask you out then. You're like, this is your dentist or something. He's not going to be in your mouth and go like, hey, what are you doing on Friday night? No. No. If anything, it would be like afterwards, you're getting to your car, they might pop out, make it seem like they're going for a smoke, and then kind of walk over and be like, hey, here's my number, right? And like, again, when I had that priest guy do it, I was at work, okay? He came into my work a lot. It was just this one day that I really got to talk to him. And so I didn't call him, but I didn't really feel like, it should be awkward. I found him to be a little bit awkward afterwards. And then he had a Down syndrome daughter that he usually brought in with him. I mean, she was like 25, 26 years old, something like that. And he got so drunk one night. He drank like, I don't know, 5 or no, more than that, probably 7 or 8 pints. Okay. Draft. That is not the same as bottle. And it was like around Christmas time. And we have a really cute, like, little downtown where everybody walks outside and shit. And he was walking with his daughter, and he was so angry about something, and she was way behind him, and he was walking up, and I was like, you pass people, you see shit for a reason. There was something that really I didn't like too much about him, but at the same time, I thought like maybe Spirit was kind of over exaggerating about something. But then when I saw that, I went like, even owning your own congregation, even having your own church, doesn't make you a fucking saint. Okay, it doesn't automatically just, make you holier than all and you can just break all the rules, right? If anything, if you're in a position like that, you got to hold rank. You got to be in prim, proper shape all the time. You're the example. That's the thing. If you're the example, people are watching you, right? Learning. They're gonna copy you. They're gonna want to do everything you're doing. That's why you have to do it correct and to lead by a good example. Okay, so I don't know, maybe this person is going to do it the right way because they lead by example. I don't know. Again, I've never been in that position, so I have no idea what I would do if, I was getting a personal reading and I could see the person on the other line and I was like, damn! I mean, what would I do? I don't fucking know. I mean, it's just as creepy when girls do it. Apparently, I messaged this one guy because he was, looking at my stuff all the time. So I figured maybe he liked me. Maybe he did. I don't know. And he didn't say anything back to me. And I was like, okay, see you later. I don't know. People will like you. People don't like you. I don't know. People that I watch on my social media, which would be Slain, Yellow Wolf. Why do I feel like that's it? My stalker list is very small. Sometimes Apathy. I'll usually watch what Apathy's doing. Oh, Webby sometimes. But mainly Slain. I love Slain. Oh my God. I am obsessed. Oh no, I'm not obsessed with anybody, but if I like somebody, it's Slade. Fucking love that guy. I'd ask that guy out. I talk to him sometimes. He doesn't always respond back to me, but sometimes he does. But I look at them on social media because I fucking totally crushing hard. All right. So I thought this person was crushing on me hard because they were watching me so much, but then they didn't say anything to me. So I was like, all right, maybe you're just a creep. I don't fucking know. Maybe you just want to maybe they're the hermit. Maybe they just want to creep in silence. I don't know. But in my mind, shoot your shit. Shoot your shot. If you find somebody attractive and you think they do the same things, they like the same things as I do, fuck a client, honestly. And in a good way. right? Because just know, even with my tarot clients, like, sure, they all say that they're going to come back, but sometimes they don't, right? Like, I've given a lot of readings. You just see, oh, if Skype was still available, my Skype list was huge with how many people I've done fucking readings with. So, I mean, some come back, some don't, right? Like, if I did a reading for a super hot dude on the internet, I'd be like, hey, where are you at in the world? Because I'm single and ready to mingle, all right? I would shoot my shot, but I always do. I don't know. Maybe it's the Aquarius in me. Maybe it's the I don't give a fuck about me. I don't know. I've asked guys out since I was like 16 years old, and it works every time. Minus that one guy that didn't say anything to me. But it was weird. In his defense, I was a total stranger, and I am a total stranger. That's the thing, stranger danger. I don't know. It works on Match.com. It does not work on Instagram. What can I tell you? Even if they do have a personal ad on their little thingy, it does not mean they want to be talked to. Okay? So, I mean, feel the homies that have been single, because we seem to be the ones that everybody wants to be. Well, there you go. I didn't know you had kids, Danny. But it isn't like we call each other on the phone and talk, do we? No, sirree. We don't. Ooh, let's pull the labyrinth cards. Should we do the Spencer's cards too? I never use these cards. All right. Let's use some cards that I don't normally use, which wouldn't be the labyrinth. Let's use these Spencer cards. All right, here we go. Take what resonates. Oh, he does. Okay, he does. All right, we have the Hierophant, Voodoo Warlock with Temperance and the Sea Nymph. $14 and $5, which is technically double 5, isn't it? All right, what's going on there, Sea Nymph? 4 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. No freaking way. Ace of Wands. What? Oh my God. Okay, this is awesome. Okay, so it seems like collective, you are this voodoo warlock, all right? You are creating magic. Look at the World and the Knight of Cups with Jinn. Oh my gosh. Ouroboros. Ooh. The Infinity Snake. Wow. Okay. I forgot how much these cards are so cool. Okay, so it seems like the Hierophant, okay, is creating something with Temperance. The Sea Nymph, okay? So he's trying to, or she, okay, is trying to create something with a lot of fire behind it. Okay, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. It's the brownie comes in, okay, at night to clean your house. So clearly somebody needs help doing something, which is possibly why the Knight of Cups is here, okay, to help you with whatever this next thing is that you need to do, okay? So with the Four of Wands, the fairies, I don't know if you have fairies in your house, but if you have a tendency to see things like shooting by you and stuff through like your peripherals, those are fairies by far, okay? Now, the fairies are helping the magic, okay? Something is gonna spark. And temperance has to be here so then the fire doesn't blaze out of control with Jinn, okay? That would basically be the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, thank gosh it's not the Knight of Wands, okay? It is the Knight of Cups, which means this person is bringing in their emotional state as well, okay? As well as a lot of fire, okay? So this next project that is about to happen, okay, it's going to be possibly somebody's biggest passion in the entire world. Everything they've ever wanted. It's like finally possibly putting all of your hobbies together, all of the things that you love to do all in one, okay, or various things that you like to do suddenly mixed into one. It's something like that, okay? And you have to be a little balanced with it, because if you don't, it's one of those things that if you start doing, you know, those gamers, okay, they can fucking sit in that gaming chair for the rest of their lives and never get up. They can fucking shit themselves in a diaper and not get up, okay? It's dangerous, right? Because especially if it's somebody who's, you know, used to working with computers or something, now suddenly has to, you know, can sit there and game and do their work and check their social media all in one. It's like, it can be scary, right? You can lose your fucking mind, right? Because now all of a sudden everything you've ever wanted is right there. Kind of trippy for some people, okay? Now, whatever it is, okay, that seems like it could possibly trip somebody out, that it's going to be as kind of awesome as it is, all right, is you've worked hard for this, okay? This is something that is not easy to maintain. It's not easy to get. It's not easy to maintain, okay? So the universe really wants to make sure that you don't lose it, because there is no guarantee that just because it comes into your life, it's going to stay there forever. We know things don't last forever, okay? If it's designed to help you, then let it help you. If it's designed to be there, then let it be there. There is no force needed. You do not have to add anything extra. If anything, you have to keep yourself grounded, because it's not planning on going anywhere, okay? So there's the Four of Swords, Vampire. Again, you see how he's like basically sucked her dry, right? She's dead. And now he's ready to just go back to sleep again, right? All filled up. That's the Four of Swords, right? That kind of healing card. Okay. Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Okay. So you're going to, Pegasus is the horse that helps people get basically from one state to another. If there's a war going on, if something's going on, he will help you get from one place to the next place. If somebody's trying to stop you or fight you or tell you that you can't, okay, get help. Pegasus will help you. Okay, so that's the natural universe's energy coming in to make sure that you get safely escorted to your next adventure. Okay, without any interference. Because if you've had your Four of Swords moment, then you've healed. Okay, you've healed a lot. You've slept. You've had your rest. Now it's time to get moving, to get working with the dwarf. Okay, dwarves, they never stop. Okay, they're constantly working. So this could be something like a new job could be coming in for you, and you could want to work all the time because you like it that much and the pay is that good and you don't ever want to go home. Make sure you go home and get some sleep. Okay. That's pretty much what they're saying, because again, like those gamers, this thing could take you over. And if it does take you over, then you're going to get hurt. Okay, and ooh, look at that. As I say it, Page of Swords on the bottom with the Headless Horseman. Damn fucking right you could get hurt. This guy comes out of nowhere. Okay, if you're not paying attention, he's going to come out of nowhere and chop your fucking head off. Okay, for not paying attention. Decapitated. Okay, that's what could happen. That's what happened to Ed Truck. Okay. His head was decapitated. Okay. Ooh, the Emperor, the Sphinx, and the Unicorn with the Two of Cups. Okay. So many horses. Okay. So there's a lot of Chariot energy. Even though the Chariot's not here, I'm getting a lot from the horses. Okay. That movement forward, movement forward, movement forward. And they want it to be safe movement forward. Okay. So then you don't end up kid in a candy store. Like, this is something that somebody has been manifesting for a very long time. Could you imagine if you were manifesting this incredible car and you got it and then you jumped on the highway and crashed it? You know how dumb you would feel? Okay, it's like that. Okay, drive it around, bring it home. Drive it around, bring it home. Okay, then go back to work. That's the main thing. There's something... Ooh, yeah, Two of Pentacles. There's something on the radar. There's the Ace of Cups, Giant Whale. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. You're kidding me. And then Nessie on the bottom of the deck. If you didn't know, this is Nessie right here. I don't talk about it because she likes her privacy. But let me tell you, you know how many people will go like, is that the Loch Ness? Is that the Loch Ness? And I'm like, how did you know? Like, people used to always comment on this. They'd be like, does that say Kurt Cobain? Does that say Kurt Cobain? Now everybody notices Nessie. Everybody. Is that Nessie? Is that Nessie? Is that Nessie? Yes, it is. Okay? It is the Loch Ness herself. Okay? So, with all these fucking aces, I mean, can you believe this? I can't even make this up if I tried. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups just like in a row. Just in a row. No big deal though, right? No big deal. There's the Ace of Cups, the Giant Whale. All right. There's the Ace of Pentacles, the plant that always wished it were human, the Mandrake. Okay. And then the last one, Ace of Swords. Okay. With... Oh, what's this? Quetzalcoatl. I don't really know what the hell that word is. I don't know this particular serpent dragon thingy, but like I'm pretty sure we have we do. We have all four aces. I haven't used this deck in so long, and I should put it back in rotation because it's the best. All fucking four aces. Like, it's just been waiting to be shuffled. Okay, is that? There's the Devil under Nessie. No way. And the Two of Wands with the Ten of Wands. Okay. So definitely, like, the Devil is there. Okay, the Devil is there. And, sometimes there's that, if you start to work too much and make too much money, and then you have this little time off, right? You're going to start, well, not, per se, okay? If you can keep the devil away from you, that is the catalyst to add the devil into the equation immediately, because you're losing time with yourself. You're losing time with the world. You've got money, superficial shit. Okay. So just be careful. Okay. That once this comes in, that you don't go from the 1 to the 10 and then you have to go, because it could happen. You just, it's like, again, I don't know, somebody like a young-minded person suddenly getting their first $2,000-$3,000 check, if they've never had money like that, could possibly never be seen again. I know, and I know that it sounds ridiculous, but it's not that ridiculous. Okay, so all 4 aces here. I would say you've done something correct. Okay, so just ride that wave for a little while. All right, ride that wave for a little while. And when the money comes in or the opportunity comes in or whatever, then basically Spirit is just saying, keep yourself really level-headed. So then you don't fucking blow your load too quick and then you got nothing left. I knew this chick back in the day whose dad died, gave her an inheritance, obviously, what money he had left. And she spent $20,000 on a truck, and that was it. She was out of money. She didn't even have money to pay for gas in the truck, but she had a new truck. $20,000 gone. Okay? It can happen so quick, and it's so sad because, again, it's people just can't handle sometimes big amounts of money or something, or a big opportunity, that pressure builds up and they snap, right? So anyways, I hope it resonates, okay, with somebody out there that needed it. And if it didn't, just send those telepathic questions in my way and I will try to answer them. All right. If Spirit wants me to answer them, I definitely will. And thanks for being here, everybody. 10809. I like that. 8910. Woo! All right. Divine timing. Here we go. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting with me, Danny. It's been really nice. It's nice to have a friend out there. It just started raining, too. So that's really nice. I love the smell of rain. Anyways, peace out, homies. Thanks for being here. Only take what resonates. Emails in the description. Peace out. Word to your mothers. Keep it real, homies. All right? Keep it real.